Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and I'm back with some more EVE Online, and in today's video we are going to take a look at the market for some Deadspace modules. I'm mostly going to focus myself on like some shield mods, some repping mods, and some Afterburners, micro drives, so stuff for mobility, because those tend to be the big ticket items that I basically find when I do exploration. And I quite often say that in the videos is that if you have a lot of these drops, you should definitely consider finding a nice pattern to move them to different trade hubs so that you can get a better price. But it doesn't always work, especially when one of the markets starts crashing, and that's basically what we're gonna take a look at in this video, because I was pretty damn lucky. I found several Gistum C-type multi-spectrum shield hardeners, estimated value 225 million ISK. And if I show you guys my current market orders, in rents itself, I was actually able to put it up at 239 million, which was the best price at the time. Now there's probably some competition, but I feel decently confident that I'll be able to sell it there. And then in Dodixie, unfortunately, right, like around 25 days ago, I set it up for 269 million ISK, which was the cheapest available on the market at the time. That still hasn't triggered yet, so we gotta take a look at what's happening there. But I thought, well, I found another one. This time, let's try another market. I'm moving it to Jita, in the hopes, of course, of being able to ask for a premium, at least on the average price of 225 million, if not on the rents price of 239 million. But if I go to the Viewmark details, we can see that this is what's happening in Jita for the C-type multi-spectrum shield hardener. It is down to just above 180 million ISK, sell price going for 196.5, buy price for 173 million ISK. So that is definitely not the right time to put this Gistum shield hardener on the market. I am thus going to keep it and wait for a better time. I did the move over here anyway, so I think I'll just wait for the market to bounce back, which, as you can see here, it can, right? High prices, 280 and even 300 million ISK. Average price, you should be able to get a sell price above 225 pretty easily, and above 230 should also be possible if you time things correctly. So I thought I'd take a look at some other stuff that I've actually been gathering, and here we've got some Centum C-type medium armor reps. Estimated value is 113 million ISK, but here are the market details on that. Another one that's crashing down from 130 million plus down to very close to a 1 year low point at the moment, selling for 96 million ISK, buyers coming in at 160. So that is again not the right time to be putting these babies on the market. Should definitely try to get at least like 115 million, if not more. And here again you can see that above 120, the 125 million range is doable, decently easy normally for this medium armor repair. So it's not just about putting in the effort of moving your items to the different trade hubs. You also need to keep one eye on your timings, and right now it's apparently the wrong timing. And as a result, I'm going to take a look at some of the others, but we'll see that it is starting to be a little bit of a pattern. So this is a medium armor rep. Let's also take a look at, it's mostly the C-types from what I've noticed. Here is, for instance, a Corellum C-type medium armor repair. You can see we just had a spike over 100 million ISK, and right now we're back down well below average, going for less than 70 million ISK. And then finally the Corpum C-type on a massive volume spike, yet again diving down to 1 year low points, with an average price not that long ago of just 87 million ISK, for something that should also, I think, probably get you 115 million pretty damn easily. So this is really a little bit of bad news for explorers like myself, because an armor rep, a shield rep, a micro drive, those are the items that right off the bat, whoa, that looks like an awesome drop, that's gonna make me a lot of ISK. Well, here at the moment on the market, at least for these armor reps already, we can see that these C-types are not doing well at all. So let's also take a look then at the shield reps. Actually want to do those are also some of these drops that can be worth quite a lot. But here you can see the C-type medium shield booster, for instance, just coming from a 1-year high point or very close to that, almost 90 million ISK, also losing 30% almost of its value down to 60 million at the moment. It's not that bad, but 68 million, not that great. And then demand here going down to 53 million. I would honestly, again, hold on for better prices later down the line. And then the PTM A-type also definitely struggling, going a little bit lower at the moment. A lot of pressure basically across the board in a lot of these Deadspace modules. Now, even the A-types, which, you know, are really valuable. Look at that, 350 million ISK is something that you can sometimes get for an A-type medium shield booster. Just a massive drop-off in like the last 2 weeks or so, going down to less than 250 million, 247 on the market, 206 for the buyers. That's still a really wide gap as well here. So it's just either demand has dropped off for some reason, or there is that much extra supply coming in on the market that we're really pushing prices down substantially on a lot of these. There are some exceptions. This Gistem B-type just coming from a high point of 130 million ISK, but again, pressure in the last 2 weeks or so is definitely present. And then here, right on the average, you know, this is what I would be looking for, right? If I would have an A-type PTM booster, you could say, all right, maybe I should probably sell it. It is still 420 million ISK, so you'll easily get your 400 million average on that one. But for a lot of them at the moment, that is unfortunately not the case. And then the other big ticket items that we tend to drop is Propulsion. So let's take a look at some of these Deadspace micro warp drive units as well. I'm going to start with the C-types, which are some of those that tend to drop a little bit more often for me in HiSec. Again, that pressure, actually this one under pressure for the last month, but still holding at the 100 million mark, 110 for the sellers, 92 for the buyers. Again, buyers not that available here. C-type 5MN definitely below average, below a 40 million mark at the moment. Corellum C-type recovering from a 1-year low point. So basically what you should also take a look at is just this very wide range here, going from 50 million to 130 million in the span of 2 months. This shows you that, sure, moving these items from place to place can be very lucrative, but you also need the patience in order to try and time the market a little bit and sell at the right time. Just dumping it whenever you want to do so, or whenever you find something, is not the right time to always sell your stuff. Here, for instance, C-type 100 mN Afterburner, another one, clearly going for just above 50 million at the moment. Well, it's already recovering here. We're talking 70 million for the sellers, 52 for the buyers. But to get these average prices, you actually need to have a lot of dumping to these buyers as well at the moment, which is quite worrying if you look at how big the margin is between sellers and buyers. Just buying here and selling here for the best price is actually going to make you a decent amount of ISK. So this is really not the time to be dumping these to the market. Have that patience at least for a sell order. And then here again, an A-type 1MN going for less than 20 million ISK. Where are these sellers at? Yeah, 19. Someone dumping this one at 19 million, 19,350, 19,700. Sure, I'm someone that also undercuts decently aggressively, but I would always try to at least get a 20 million ISK return on the sell price for one of these 1MN afterburners if I look at this chart, for instance. And then we also have like tenement, I think for cruisers, that tends to be something that drops quite often as well, in like 4 out of 10s if I'm not mistaken. Same story here, right? Not that long ago, 95, almost 100 million probably on some of these days for the sellers was definitely doable. And then a drop of 82 million now for the sellers, 70 million for the buyers. But again, it is pressure from supply that's showing up together with not a lot of demand, because this is not really a lot of demand. 70 million is also undercutting by quite a little bit, but look at that, 95 million over here, and very quickly down to 88, 86, 84, 82. So it's really very aggressive selling at the moment by people that are either holding these items or finding them in exploration. But overall, yeah, this is not the right time to be bringing your Deadspace modules to JITA and then putting them on the market. Bringing them to JITA, I think, can be worthwhile. Again, we are going to take a look at the swings in some of these. At the moment, I would definitely not sell these shield hardeners, but getting like 230 to 250 should be possible. And so that's what I would be waiting for at the moment and having them ready here. Considering the 225 average price, I'd definitely be happy with something that goes 230 to 40, something around that range. And yeah, you need a little bit of patience also when it comes to trying to take advantage of the different availability of some of these items in these different trade hubs. What could definitely be happening as well is that players do so in much bigger batches than what I tend to do, right? I find like maybe every 2 weeks or so I gather some of these items and I try to spread them out. Amardo, Dixie, Jita, see where I can sell them for the best price, not really scouting ahead or anything like that. I'm definitely willing to dump them and keep them here for a while, but there's probably players that move a lot more of this stuff in a single batch, and that can then create these types of crashes on the market. Again, same thing here with that C-type medium armor rep. Not the time to sell, definitely the time to hold on. Could even be the time to try and buy below 90 million ISK. If we take a quick look at that chart here again and try to get 90 million, so you're buying way below the chart at the moment, it could almost be worth it to look for an investment. And again, look at that potential, the upside here. 130 million has been doable, 150 million has been doable. So why dump them here for less than 100 million? Really doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's kind of the topic for this video here. These Deadspace modules are very, very lucrative, but you can also lose a lot of that profit by basically being a little bit too lazy or trying to sell too quickly, trying to monetize your exploration efforts too quickly. You also need to find the right places to sell and then also have the patience to sell at the right time. That's really gonna be the best return that you can get for your exploration. And then maybe as a little bit of an extra for this video, I kind of want to show you guys these as well. Look at that. 5 medium drones, subverted GVN UC-49s. While I was actually selling some stuff here in Jita, I came across the PPCs for these drones, and they're kind of interesting as well. If I'm not mistaken, they're a little bit like the geckos in that you can't create more of them at the moment in the game. They are pretty damn cool drones. If I'm not mistaken, they have like omni damage. Was that correct? Yeah, look at that. They do EM, thermal, kinetic, and explosive damage, so they're perfect against every rat. And can you imagine having 2 of those in a Gila? That can be pretty damn cool. So I'm gonna do another quick look at the market price of these. At the moment going for over 90 million ISK. And compare that to this puppy, the gecko. That is currently quite depressed in price because of the introduction about a year ago that is yet to really be absorbed by the market. Well, actually it has been absorbed by the market, but we've only recently slowly started to pull up from 100 million in the price of the gecko. 111 for the sellers, 96 here for the buyers. But there's other of these unique items to look at, and at the moment in the last 6 months, right, down from 70 million, we've already gained up to 100 million now for the sellers for these subverted medium scout drones. Pretty damn cool. I didn't know that I had these, so I quickly made them, and they're basically ready. We'll see if I decide to fly them in the Gila. It could definitely be a cool experiment, I think, having just, you know, one set of medium drones that can tackle all the content can be pretty cool. But on the other hand, I would also feel pretty bad about losing 100 million ISK drones as well. And seeing these as a bit of an investment, just like the gecko for the longer term, a hedge against inflation, can be cool too. I didn't even know that these existed, but so there's hammerheads that are worth like 100 million ISK at the moment, and that are omni damage. Pretty cool stuff. I keep learning in EVE Online every single day as well. But yeah, main topic for this video, of course, Deadspace modules. At the moment in Jita, don't be selling those, your exploration loot. Have a little bit of patience and wait for better prices. That's definitely what I'm going to do, and another lesson learned. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.